we have overinvested into such deals, which is very different from the environment in which Cargill operates, where they can have this fixing on both.
And normally, like if I'm buying, typically if I buy from ADM or we call it Cargill or whoever, then we look at our hedge strategy from point of view of how we're going to utilize those crops, if you know what I mean.
So, зрозуміло, у них то на двох сторонах. Вони там захеджували, і тоді у них ця
But
інвестиція у фермерів, вона оправдана, тому що вони зафіксували свій профіт.
Вони паливо купили в Україні в око або в око, а ми паливо імпортували танкером з Греції чи звідкись там, так? І воно зовсім різна ціна, ми його напряму звідти купили суттєво дешевше.
And also in terms of buying fuel, if you buy from a local,
by bulk.
Yeah, petroleum company as compared to buying an entire tanker.
Yeah.
To be shipped into your country. We have to buy from local companies, and Cargill has the luxury of ordering a full tanker of oil, and then this is what they make money on too.
Of course, yeah. But from point of view, but you're also but at the same time you're de-risking you're de-risking your margin to a certain degree.
Yes.
Yeah, and also with the fertilizers and
just
everything else.
One thing that maybe just можливо думаю, що у нас як у них знаєте куча фермерів, які у нас власне виробництво. Тому ж не те, що у нас it's the distinction to make here that we operate our own fields. We do not use contract farming.
Yeah, okay.
So that could explain also why we do not really we have not used this practice. And if we were buying from farmers, but we grow our own crops in our own fields.
Yeah. We do trade with farmers. We buy, but we do not actually pre-finance them or pre-contract them.
So you don't give them
on spot
fertilizers and things like that. And then how do you handle that then on the quality control then from point of view of what you're contracting in? Is that through your own inspection agency or are you utilizing SGS?
For example, on grain silos, once actually it goes to grain silos, it gets sampled there. You've seen on one of the there are laboratories there. So
I apologize, I missed your presentation.
There was actually there will be on silos when it goes there, so it gets classified there and separated into different batches there. So it's very simple.
Yeah, and what about from point of view, are you diversifying into the, obviously it's non-GMO here from point of view, but do you find that that's going to become an issue from point of view of companies like Cargill then having contract GMO product in the market, that could destroy the market like it has done in Canada, where you've had cargoes being rejected from Canada into Japan?
This is beneficial, of course, for us, for Ukraine and EU as well. They have non-GMO there, but so far the markets internationally do continue to buy GMOs there, and there is not big price differentiation there. So whether it will change, likely in 10-20 years there will be a trend to where the prices will be. Has to be spread there, but so far it's not there. There are some countries which would not buy GMO. China, for example, is trying to shift, and Japan as well is trying to shift from GMO to non-GMO as a preference, but they still continue to buy a lot from US. And this is really a political issue there, because can you imagine if main buyers in the world will just put one requirement, it has to be non-GMO. All US exports would stop.
Correct.
And the US is number one exporter of different crops. Ukraine is number 2 in the world. EU is number 2 if all combined there, but countries there, but it's almost same as Ukraine. Then you would have number 1. Obviously, it would have tremendous impact on prices. So prices for non-GMO would skyrocket. But it just takes few countries, primarily Japan and South Korea.
Correct.
But they have strong political influence from US, so unlikely they will change
policy soon.
Those policies overnight. And US will not change probably also policy for GMO to non-GMO production as well, because this involves lots of interests and businesses there, and there is not even topic. Was not even on agenda for any discussion there.
But I mean, I think the international growers, it's in their interest to kind of get a good lobby.
Of course.
Also from point of view of manipulating price. in reality.
So that's
You know?
that's obvious thing, but I just think this would depend on big buyers there, and the
Yeah.
biggest buyers so far, like in big
Yeah.
quantities, Japan and South Korea, and
Yeah.
they, I can so far cannot imagine that they would just prohibit GMO imports there.
Now, if I
EU
look at-
prohibits, so
Yeah.
that's why US cannot trade with EU
Yeah.
for with GMO. So Ukraine can, so
Yeah.
Ukraine supplying.
But I also think the freight arbitrage is also a big factor as well from point of view of destination, you know.
Freight normally actually is it's transported by ships there,
Yeah.
so it's like per ton. It's not really it is there if you transport long distances, but it's still even if you export to Spain, for example, there you would normally go by ship anyway there.
Correct.
Although because rail will be more expensive there, and going by ship is still whether this is from US or somewhere else. It's there are only few regions, exporting regions. This one is exporting region, US is an exporting region, Latin America to some extent, but they more export now beef and the frozen meats there, which is also a good development for Ukraine in the future there.
Yeah.
Because people do not eat corn. Corn is used primarily
For feed.
for feeding.
No, it's not
and
for-
feeding everything, feeding
We ship
chicken,
some of the
feeding
corn up
pigs,
to North Korea.
feeding cattle, fish as well, because most fish is not being fished from the oceans anymore.
No.
So most fish is being produced on the farms, and the farms as well. This is same feed. That's why it goes like all in circle.
Thanks. Interesting.
Okay, we'll show you just like few slides on our facilities there. That would be all for